You know, we've all been told that our brains recover and repair themselves while we sleep. But what if that's only half the story? What if the real secret to healing your brain overnight actually begins the moment you wake up, with what you decide to put on your breakfast plate?
It's a pretty fascinating question, isn't it? The common wisdom is that a good night's sleep is the magic bullet, but, well, the latest science is pointing to something else. It's not just about how long you sleep, but whether your brain actually has the right materials to do its repair work. And guess what? That critical supply chain starts with your morning meal.
And look, this isn't just some nice idea. A 2023 study found that people over 60 who started their day with a protein-rich breakfast scored a staggering 23% higher on memory tasks. I mean, think about that. That's a huge performance boost unlocked just by changing what you eat first thing in the morning. So today, we're going to break down exactly how this all works. First, we'll get into why your brain needs specific fuel in the morning. Then we'll dive into 3 powerhouse foods: eggs, oats, and bananas. And finally, we'll put it all together into a simple plan you can actually use. Okay, so here's the most important takeaway. Your breakfast provides the raw materials your brain desperately needs to rebuild itself during your next sleep cycle. Think of it like a construction site. Sleep is when the crew gets to work, right? But breakfast is the morning delivery of all the bricks, mortar, and steel they need to actually get the job done. All right, let's start with the food that has gotten a really bad rap for years: the humble egg. For the longest time, we were all warned away from them because of cholesterol. But we now know that eggs, especially the yolk, are one of the most powerful brain-boosting foods you can eat. The magic ingredient here is something called choline, and it works in a really direct way. Choline is the primary building block for a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine, which is absolutely essential for memory recall and sharp focus. As we get older, our acetylcholine can dip, and that leads to those frustrating tip-of-the-tongue moments. And the science on this is solid. A big study from 2022 found that older adults who got more choline in their diet had a 28% lower risk of developing cognitive impairment. And get this, just one large egg gives you almost a third of the choline you need for the whole day. But this isn't just about numbers. It's about real people's lives changing. Take Harold. He's 76, and he felt his focus was just slipping away. He'd have to read the same sentence 5 times. So he just started adding 2 boiled eggs to his breakfast every other day. And the difference was incredible. That's not magic, folks. It's chemistry. And it's not just the choline. Eggs are also packed with vitamin B12, which helps protect the insulation around your nerves so signals can travel faster. Plus, the yolk is a great source of vitamin D, which is so important for regulating your mood. And you know, a happy brain is a healing brain. Next up, let's talk about a breakfast staple, a good old bowl of oat porridge. But it's so much more than just comfort food. It's a strategic weapon for providing your brain with slow-release, stable energy. It's what prevents those awful mid-morning mental crashes. The key player in oats is a type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. It has 2 huge benefits for your brain. First, it helps fight low-grade inflammation, which is a major driver of cognitive decline. And second, it makes sure your brain gets a slow, steady release of glucose, its main fuel. No spikes and no crashes, just smooth sailing. But here's where it gets really clever. Eating oats in the morning actually helps your body produce serotonin. That's the neurotransmitter for good mood and focus. Then, hours later, that same serotonin gets converted into melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. So your 8 a.m. breakfast is literally setting you up for a better night's sleep at 10 p.m. How cool is that? So to sum it up, oats give you that steady glucose to prevent brain fog, they're rich in magnesium to calm your nervous system, and they promote the deep sleep your brain needs to do its most important job, clearing out toxins and locking in memories. Our third food is the banana. I mean, it's simple, it's cheap, it's everywhere. But it's also an incredibly powerful trigger for your brain's natural sleep and memory repair cycle. It's a real unsung hero. So the secret here is an amino acid called tryptophan. You've probably heard about it with Thanksgiving turkey and feeling sleepy, right? But its job is way more sophisticated than that. Your body can't make tryptophan. You have to get it from food. It's the essential starting point for both serotonin and melatonin. The whole process is actually pretty straightforward. You eat a banana in the morning, and that gives your body tryptophan. During the day, your brain uses it to make serotonin, which lifts your mood and sharpens your focus. Then, at night, that same serotonin converts into melatonin, signaling that it's time for deep, restorative rest. Simple as that. And we're not talking about a small effect here.
A 2023 study found that seniors who ate tryptophan-rich foods in the morning reported 33% better sleep quality. That's a powerful demonstration of how what you eat in the morning can completely dictate your recovery at night.
And let me tell you about the impact this has on a real person. Ellen, who's 71, said she just felt like her brain wasn't resting at night. She'd wake up exhausted. After just adding a banana to her morning routine, the change was profound. She wasn't just sleeping better. She was waking up feeling truly refreshed. That's the feeling of a brain that finally got the tools it needed to repair itself.
Okay, so we've covered the why behind these three incredible foods. Now, let's get to the fun part, the how. Because all this knowledge is only powerful when you actually put it into action, starting tomorrow morning.
Now, the key here isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. You don't have to eat all three of these foods every single day. A simple rotation, let's call it the 1-1-1 plan, works perfectly. One day have some eggs, the next a bowl of oats, then a banana with some protein like almond butter. It's that easy. It gives your brain all the nutrients it needs and keeps things from getting boring. And to make this really stick, just follow 3 simple rules. First, timing is key. Try to eat within 2 hours of waking up. That's when your brain is most ready for it. Second, keep your portions reasonable. This is about targeted fuel, not a heavy feast. And third, and this is the most important one, listen to your body. Adjust things as you need to. So if you take away one thing from all of this, let it be this. Your breakfast is so much more than just food. It is a direct chemical signal that you send to your brain every single morning. It's a message that says, hey, I'm giving you exactly what you need to heal, to remember, and to thrive today.
Every morning, your brain is pretty much asking a silent question. Are we recovering today, or are we declining? And now you know that the answer to that question begins with what's on your plate. It's an incredibly powerful choice that you get to make every single day. So what message are you going to send?